Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are feeling great and hashtag employed already. So I know a lot of you guys have been applying for H2B or H2A jobs. I know H2B is more popular in terms of name, but farm work, aka H2A, is more popular by far, but a lot of persons don't understand what H2B is. So I'm going to be showing you guys, well, you guys can see already, but I'm going to be explaining to you guys, helping you guys to understand better, and I'll be reading from the website. If you want to read on your own time, the website is www.dol.gov/agencies /WHD /immigration /H2B, or just go on www.dol.gov and you guys should be there. So as you guys can see, I am on the US Department of Labor's website, and what we have pulled up at the moment currently is the H2B program. So the H2B is a non-immigrant program that permits employers to temporarily, let's stress that, right? It says temporary, meaning that it will not be a forever. It is not like when you're in your home country and you are exposed to a job and you have on the job training and they say, oh, what, give me a name. And they say Katie is a good worker, let us hire her permanently. That is not the case. You're not doing an on-the-job training to get permanently hired. You're just there for a period of time, not forever. So it's a temporary hire for non-immigrants. No, a lot of persons have non-immigrant visa, meaning that you are free to travel to the United States for visits, for business or leisure, whatever. Well, not whatever. This is a separate visa by itself. You're not allowed or permitted or authorized to work in the United States on a non-immigrant visa, which is a regular visa that you get to go to the United States. You have to obtain an H2B visa. So you will be there to perform non-agricultural labor or services in the United States. Non-agricultural, H2B. Agricultural, H2A. There is a big difference. A lot of persons often think that they're the same and get confused and think that, oh, H2B, I don't want to do this H2B, I don't want to work on farm when I go to the H2B, I don't want to work I don't want to pick apples when I go on H2B. It's a different thing. Farming, hotel industry, club, lodging, different. Okay, so the employment must be of a temporary nature, as we discussed, for a limited period of time, such as a one-time occurrence, meaning that for those persons, you just go for a one-time, like probably they have a special program or something, or they have a new building opening and they need some housekeepers, and you just go for that time and you come back. Seasonal need, which is what they need mostly. Those are for persons that you just go for the winter season or the summer season, and I guess maybe if there's any other season that's available. Peak load need or intermittent need. Peak load is like when a lot of rush, like Christmas time, summertime, and so forth. And intermittent, I am thinking, is on the side of the world where it's like occasional. It's not something that's occurring on a regular basis. Okay, so the H2B program requires the employer to attest to the Department of Labor that it will offer a wage that equals or exceeds the highest of the prevailing wage, applicable federal minimum wage, the state minimum wage, or local minimum wage to the H2B non-immigrant worker for the occupation in the area of the intended employment during the entire period of the approved H2B labor certification. Let me tell you this. A lot of persons will tell you, oh, they're not going to pay you this and they don't pay you better than Jamaica, or they don't pay you better than this country. They're going to rob you. They can't rob you unless you want to be robbed. There are laws. There are persons that are there to assist you so that you are being paid equally and so your money is right. So you don't have to worry or think that, you know, people will scam you and so forth, because a lot of them provide housing, hence the reason why they'll give you a wage. So you don't go to the country and they start making problems about what you are being paid or that you are being underpaid. It's not like that, okay? Because I'm sure if you guys are being overpaid, you would not complain. The H2B also establishes certain recruitment and displacement standards in order to protect similarly employed US workers. The Wage and Hour Division has been delegated enforcement responsibility by the Department of Homeland Security effective June 18, 2009, to ensure H2B workers are employed in compliance with H2B labor certification requirements. The Wage and Hour Division may impose administrative remedies such as wage payments and civil money penalties against employers who violate certain H2B provisions. So you have rights. So do not think that because you're in a foreign country or because you are in the almighty United States that you don't have rights or you cannot speak up for yourself, because you can, FYI. Okay? If you continue to scroll down on the page on your own time or with me, you guys will see some news. Not current. I mean, they still exist, but it's not current things. This one is current. It says on April 13, 2022, the Wage and Hour Division published a revised Field Operations Handbook, Chapter 46, concerning the enforcement of the H2B visa provisions of the Immigration and Nationality Act to reflect enforcement guidance for the 2015 interim final rule. Now, on the general guidance, there are H2B workers card for US workers. There is also a workers card for, I mean, general persons, and it's in English. This one is specifically for US workers. This is for H2B. So H2B workers right for US workers, and this is the H2B workers right card, English version. This is in Spanish, and the requirements to participate in the program. I'm not sure why this one says for US workers it's a HTTP, but let's click on it. So you're gonna click on it just to find out what is there. Why is this upside down? Anyways, so let's get into this. So it states that US workers recruited or employed by employers using the H2B non-immigrant visa have the following protections. Recruitment of US workers. Before employing H2B workers, an employer, let me see if I can zoom this. Yep. My apologies for the noise. An employer must first advertise available jobs through a job order posted with the local state work agency and at seasonaljobs.dol.gov. If you guys want to know how to apply for jobs on seasonal jobs, you guys can go to my channel. I've uploaded a video. My last video was dedicated to signing up and applying on seasonaljobs.gov. No, scrap that. My last post was seasonalconnect.com. It's not seasonal doll. The state workforce agency must refer all qualified U.S. workers who apply for advertised job to the H2B employer. The employer must hire any eligible U.S. worker who applies for the job up until 21 days before the job starts to work. So meaning if there is someone in the country that is available and has the requirements, they should be hired. Their first preference. U.S. applicants may only be rejected for lawful job related reasons. The employer must contact a U.S. Workers employed in the previous year in occupation and place of employment for which the employer is requesting for H2B workers, and so forth. The wages is there, the terms, wages, and the working conditions. The employer must offer benefits, wages, and working conditions to U.S. workers that are at least as favorable as those offered to H2B workers. The employer must not impose any restrictions or obligations on U.S. workers that are not also imposed on H2B workers. For whatever reason, this is upside down. This protection form Retaliation. The employer must not terminate or take any other action against the worker in the retaliation for filing a complaint, testifying, or exercising rights under the H2B program. So this is a good card that you should have. It says that this card summarizes protections afforded to U.S. workers when recruited or employed by employers using the non-immigrant and visa program. And I'm gonna see if there's a difference between this and the other one that was there. Yeah, one is 1339, one is 1340. Okay, so that was for H2B workers that are US citizens. Anyways, so for temporary non-immigrants who enter the United States as H2B workers to perform non-agricultural labor and services, they have the following rights. This is job opportunity. Your working conditions and terms must comply with all applicable federal, state, and local employment laws, including health and safety laws. I'm trying to go as fast as I can to avoid the noise. Wages, you must be paid higher of the either the statutory minimum wage or the prevailing wage for the area of intended employment during your approved H2B labor certification period. Allowable deductions, your employer must make all lawful deductions from your paychecks that are required by law, example federal and state tax, because you have to pay tax wherever you go. Illegal deductions, your employer may not require you to pay either directly or indirectly for anything related to obtaining the labor certification, including any part of the petition filing fee, the employer's attorney's fee or agent's fee, or recruitment costs. Your employer may not place you outside the area of intended employment without obtaining a new temporary labor certification from the Department of Labor. This is on a need to know basis. It's a must know, because sometimes you go, they want to pay you less than you agreed. They want to send it to a different location. They want to say that, oh, you have to pay because for the petition and the filing, or the attorney's fee was this, and you have to pay for the agent or the recruitment. You don't need to pay for all of that. Finally, nice, I stopped. You should not pay for those. So it's illegal deductions. I don't know why this is upside down, but it says, let me try to read it upside down. Your employer is required to provide return transportation to your home country if you are dismissed before the end of your authorized period to stay. Records, you should keep a record of your hours worked and the wages you paid. Okay, that's good. So for any reason, hopefully not, you are terminated, meaning that you are fired, they no longer need your services, or they just don't want you again, and they decide that they're going to send you back home. Let's just say they're going to send you back to Jamaica. The employer is supposed to pay for your plane fare so that you can get home safely. I don't know if they're supposed to pay for your transportation from the airport, but your plane ride is a must. Okay? You are advised to keep track of the hours that you work and the wages that you're being paid, because if there is any problem and you need to speak with someone, you need to have that information, because you can't go to make a complaint and say, I think I worked 35 hours this week. Yesterday I worked 10 hours because whatever, and the other day I worked 7, because you need to have your priorities straight. So I'd advise that you go on Google or go on Canva or something, create a little time card. It's your personal time card, or you can keep it on your phone, keep a record checking on your phone so you have everything on track. Okay. If the card summarizes legal protections and requirements for H2B workers, if you want more information, it's toll free. You can call 1-866 for US wage, and the number, which is for the US wage part that some of you might not understand. This is the complete number. This is the number. So if you don't understand this part, disregard it. This is the number that you're supposed to, you know. Okay, or you can visit the website, which is where we're at www.gov/WHD. Okay, guys, let's go back to our main page. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can go over to the website, Right, guys, and comment down below. You are going to see different topics such as wages, all of these, workers' rights, which is what we just looked at. So you can say workers' rights. They're clickable, so you can click on them. Restart workers' right, H2B workers' right, which we looked at. Farmers' workers' rights. This is for the H2A program though. You guys can click on anything. These are for employers. These are resources that I don't think are beneficial to you, but for whatever information that you need, you guys can type it right here. So for instance, you need something on H2B, that's what we're looking at. So just type in H2B, and everything and anything that has H2B will just pop up. So there's field assistance bulletin, there's a memorandum of agreement between the US Department of Labor, blah blah blah. There's H2B program, there are different websites and links that you can click on and you can get your information. Really easy, really simple. If you guys are new here, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not, welcome back. Thank you for the support. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye.